Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Claire, this is Polly Put the Petal On, and today I'm going to be bringing you 3 ways of doing a lantern topper for Christmas. You don't have to keep it to Christmas, it could be any time. So I've made myself a bow on my bow dabra, red, white and a touch of silver. And the reason being is it's going next to my tree, and my tree is obviously, as you've seen, red, white and metallics, so I thought we'll go for this. Now there's 3 ways. So I've got a lantern 14 inches high, on one of the ways is super easy. In fact, they're all super easy, you know, they really are. I've made my bow. I'm going to show you the easiest way first. Now, these are those picks that I got from Home Bargains. You know, lots of lovely foliage, winter foliage in there. Eucalyptus, spruce, pine cones, more eucalyptus, poinsettias, berries. And they're pretty good, these picks. £1.99 I think they were, Home Bargains. In fact, they were £1.99. So I'm gonna cut the labels off, and then I'm gonna put you down, and I'm gonna show you a super easy way. Now I don't want to cut these picks up. I want to keep them as they are because I might like to use these somewhere else. And I'm not even going to use these in my lantern topper. I'm just giving you a real easy way, ready-made way to do a lantern topper. And this is what we're going to do. Yeah. Now, normally I would say, but it's entirely up to you and it's your choice. Because what you're going to do here, I am going to tip you down a little bit. What you're going to do here is you're going to have some coming to the, not where the door is, obviously the door opens. So you'll have some coming this way, and then you'll have some coming over the back. Now, you're not going to see the back, are you? So you wouldn't use or waste product like that, but I'm just going to give you this is just an example because I'm not cutting these picks up. So I've turned them end on end, and so to me this is a little bit too big at the back. Let me just see at the front. No, the front's fine. It's just at the back. So, however, for the purposes of demonstration, I'm just going to show you how easy they are. I mean, to be honest with you, if you had these picks and, you know, you wanted the same at the back, or even, for example, if your lantern was going on your table and you were having people that side and people this side, or if it was a round table, you know, then go fill your boots, because literally then your lantern topper becomes an all-rounder. If you're just gonna see the front, don't waste your product. So you could remove, say, a poinsettia, a berry, a stick of eucalyptus, because you could use that somewhere else, guys. That's what I'm saying. But for the purpose, I'm not going to cut it up, as I keep repeating. And for the purposes of demonstration, I'm literally going to tip you down now and show you a real easy way of creating. So you've got your picks end on end. Zip ties. You can use zip ties. You can use wire, you can use twine, you can use string, you know, you can use whatever you've got at hand. You don't have to run out and get zip ties. It's just that zip tie. I do work a lot with zip ties, and they are quite a godsend because they're quite strong, aren't they? And once you've got that, so we'll just do a couple. That's the wrong. Just do a couple of these. To make it nice and secure. I hope you can see, guys. I haven't got the strength today at all. Can you tell? There you go. So that's it. You've got one piece now. And then, in fact, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to kind of bend it. Can you see? And they're not coming undone, guys, because obviously you've used zip ties. So I've bent it into like an arch. Yeah? Oops. And then I'm getting my bow. How I've secured my bow, you will know this if you've watched my bow tutorial on the bow Dobra. You know, I've got these two long pieces of wire with what I secured my I'm so sorry about this frog in my throat. It seems to be every time I come on camera. With what I secured my bow with. So I've got these two pieces of wire. Attach it. Attach your bow onto this swag that you've just created. Get your lantern. Same two pieces of wire, guys. Now I've seen these attached in many different ways, but it's entirely up to you. Right, so I'm wanting it to go that way because of the door. And that's just because I need to get on and do the others as well. So, so you've attached. Now, obviously, you'd attach it a little bit more secure than what I've got it, but I'm gonna be taking it off in a minute, as well as that bow. The thing is, I wasn't going to come on today because my Alfie's not very well, and I was wanting to. Yesterday, he was right off his food, which isn't like Alf, and I wanted to keep an eye on him. So, you know, I'm winging it today, guys. You know, winging I haven't got any method in which I'm doing this. I'm just doing it. So, because I wanted to bring you something, and Alfie seems to be perking up. He's had 2 lots of boiled chicken today, and now he's having a sleep. So, you know, I mean, he didn't have 2 lots of big boiled chicken, but you know, just little bits and pieces. I'm hoping that he's coming the other side, and maybe he just had an upset stomach. I'm not sure, but he's an old dog, so I was quite worried about him. So you've got your poinsettia coming to the back. Super easy, this, guys. You've got your bow in the centre that's coming over, and then you've got your poinsettia. Now, I've got plenty of tails here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, because you can't see there you go. Oh, I don't know So can you see how that looks? Like I say, I think this is too much at the back. However, you know, if it was going it would be quite nice on an all-round table or something like that. It would be quite nice for the person opposite to see, even though they're only seeing the back of the bow, to be honest. But or you could even attach a bow on this side. The choice is yours. But that is as simple as that. Easy peasy. So I'm going to take this bow off. Put that there. You see, I can snip them apart now, you know, the zip ties, and I've got my 2 picks back. So that's that. The other, in fact, I'm going to go another way around now, because I was going to show you this part last, but I'm not, because I might as well, the next part that I show you, you know, I might as well leave it on the lantern. So, do you remember this piece of garland that I was going to flock and I haven't? I was saving it for a lantern topper. This isn't for this lantern though. This is for another lantern. So when I do that, I'll bring that to you. So basically, I'll tip you down. You can do a lantern topper with this. So position it. Now this obviously is, I don't know how long this is. But and what I'm going to do to attach this here is that I'm going to get these two, I'm going to get 2 of these branches and just tie them together, twist tie them together. Okay, and then I'm going to fluff this back section out. Now, where's the door? There's the door. I've got it the wrong way round, so I'll just spin it round. I've got the back. The back is shorter and the front is longer. I don't know how you can see it, what you can see. However, when it's on the table, can you see? So that's, I've still got access to the candle, and that's sweeping round, or you could have it going the other way. You could have it going any way you want to. This is literally coming down the opposite corner on the back. Can you see? And it's not quite touching it's definitely not touching the table. Considering this wasn't flocked, I'm full of flocking it. I don't know where it, oh, it might be off the other picks. So that's that. And then again, get your bow. I wish I could set my, get your bow. You could either tie it to one of the branches or around the neck, depending on what lantern you've got, guys, obviously. Now I'm not going to do anything with this because I was just giving you a different way to do it. If you've got a spare piece of garland, if you've got, you know, a spare piece of garland. So, can you see? I'm going to hold it up to you. This frog's really, so it's coming round like that, and the back is much shorter. And then you've got your bow, your lovely bow at the top. I'm not messing about with this much more because I'm going to move on to the next while you decorate this, and I can't wait to do this one, you know, you can put in this whatever you like. You could weave some of those, you could weave some of these ribbons, these ribbon tails into it, you know, poof them. I don't really want to ruin the ribbon, but you could weave ribbons in and out of it. You could add baubles to it. You could have more greenery to it. You know, you could make it as bushy or as decorative as you like. And I'm looking forward to doing this. You could put berries in it. I've got pine cones. You can put anything in it that you want to be in it. You know, I would glue them in that, or you could even twist tie them in with your twist ties, you know, with your garlands, branches. It's entirely up to you what you do with it, and it would come but remember to be shorter on the back than on the front, unless of course you are doing an all-rounder lantern, you know, where you could perhaps have it draping down, you know, from the front right through to the back, and another bow there, so you've got two bows on it. I don't think I've ever seen one with two bows on it, and I've definitely never done one with two bows on it, but you could try it, even if it was a small bow, because then you can see the candle anyway, all sides, and because you've not covered the glass in anyway, that's literally swept round down the side and like that. So now we're going to remove this bow. And untie this. So that's definitely going to be one of my future projects. I've got my eye on a larger lantern, and it's on my birthday wish list next month, so fingers crossed. And so I'm just going to go for this now. It's a pretty similar way of doing it as the first one. You're going to tie end on end. However, I'm making this up myself because I want berries in it. I've got pieces of greenery, and my aim is to try and make that if you can hear something in the background, it's my washing machine. I'm going to try to make the back smaller than the front, because the front's a showcase. The back is you're just bringing it through. So I'll tip you down. So I've got these oh, my stomach. I've got these pieces of winter foliage. They've obviously come off one big stem. What I did is, because they'd been cut down to here, was I wired them together and then put parafilm round, and that one's not been done very well. Put parafilm around the wire. So I'd say that this one is definitely my biggest one, and this one will go to the back. So same scenario, laying them end on end. You know, this is foliage that I've got in my stash that I took out of a garland last year. So I'm just going to put it in. In actual fact, I've just seen some ivy, and I'll put some of that in too. Now, I don't know whether I want this ivy or sorry guys, I was just wondering whether I wanted this ivy, but actually there's not much of a contrast going on there, is there? So one tick and I'm back, guys. So I've got some ivy. It's lovely, this ivy. So I'm going to put some ivy in it. So I've got a short piece here. Is that the shortest? No, actually I like this piece. That's at the back. I'll wind that in a minute. And this is for the front. So I'm going to sneak in underneath those pine cones. There we go. So we're going to build this now. Don't want any eucalyptus. I'm not sure. I may have some. I think this is cypress. Cypress, or I've forgotten the other one. That begins with C2, I think. Like I say, even on this, you know, you don't have to have all this that I'm putting in. You can put in whatever you like, whatever you've got at hand. You know, if you've been Christmas decorating and you've got surplus greenery or bits and pieces, you know, if they've got ends on them like this, or even you could create your own picks if you that way inclined. You know, you could do a bauble garland or whatever you like. So I don't know about that. I'm trying to avoid these pine cones, but I have got some white berries in it, as well as the red berries. And I quite like these. That's a little bit of mistletoe and berry. I think this is boxwood and berry. So I don't know how I can cut this or get this. Right, so I've got the berries there. I think I'm just going to go right ahead and Oh, I've pulled that off now anyway, so I could glue that one later. Fluff those out. Fluff it out. I actually don't want that. Like that. So I've not really made this, just looking at it, it's not, oh it is smaller. I was going to say it doesn't look that much smaller, but it is. And then I've got my red berries, and let's see if these are going to get along with the white ones, because I've got red and white berries in my tree. I've got red and white berries on my fireplace garland. That's the video we did last. And so let's see what that will look like. I haven't got any of those extremely red berries. I have in my petal shed, you know, like that. That's ideally what I would like on here. However, it doesn't matter. I'm going to work with what I've got rather than... Oh, that's the glue skillet. I've cleaned it out. And I've just melted some new glue in it and checked that it didn't... I don't need it, but I was just checking that it didn't... it wasn't smoking. So I cleaned it out, and I've got nice clean glue for next time we need the next time we need the glue. Right, so again, zip ties. As tight as you can. And these zip ties can be quite a lifesaver when I'm crafting, to be honest. Just before and then I've got this. Now I haven't got much red berry in it, I must admit. But I actually like that. So I'm going to trim these down. Not that I could have done anything about it, if because obviously the zip ties. Trim this down. I maybe could have afforded more red berries, I'm thinking. Especially here in this. Yeah. So basically what I'm going to do is just going to get another zip tie. Yeah, definitely. Less here, more there. Shall I see if I love these red bow. They're so natural looking. Oh, I've just pulled that off. Yeah, that's much better. And it's only those two pieces, so I'll just go in between there. Okay. I feel as if maybe I could have done with a more natural looking bow. What do you think? It's a little bit, considering this is very natural looking, I think that. No. But let's go with it to save time. So we've got, and that definitely is slightly smaller this side, and that will be my back. So we're just going to give it a nice curve. And it will come this way. Now, you could attach this with, what I'm going to have to do there is cut that off. You could attach this with a pipe cleaner or wire or a zip tie. I'm not keen. Let's get this bow on. I don't want that. I want the tails maybe to be, I know it's longer at the back, which isn't right, but I don't want them to cover my berries. So I've tied it round, wound them wires round, and now just let me tip you down, guys. Now that's not right, because you've got to get your positioning right. So I'm just gonna wind that wire there. There's the door. And basically, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this ribbon, one of these ribbons, two of these ribbons. And I'm going to, because it's a little bit floppy with just the wire. And I'm just going to tie this really, it's not long enough to do a bow, so it's a bit of a mess that at the back because I didn't realise I was going to do that, but it doesn't matter. And then I have to keep thinking where the door is. I do think that I may change this bow, guys. You see, I'm not keen on that like that, but I have to be careful of that door, so because I can't see the bow, to be honest. So I'm going to pull it round. That's better. Fluff the bow back up. Now I've just smashed it to smithereens. See, that isn't very good looking, is it? But nobody's going to see it. I need to put my little... Where's my candle? Sorry, my chair's against the cupboard. Sorry about that, guys. Put my candle in. I was just going to sing "Hear a Bow Again," you know, because I never stop fluffing. Right, I'm just going to leave it now, guys, because I like to mess with that bow until, so, I want to give you a better view. I'm definitely going to change that bow. 1 minute and I'll show you. I think I am definitely going to change that bow though. Literally, because these berries have determined it for me. I may even change the berries. There's an idea. Or just add redder berries inside, you know, glue them in or something. You have to excuse my table. It is full. But I do like it. I like the ivy, I like the berries, I like the ribbon tails. Maybe not, that's a little bit skew with. But anyway, I'll come back. I'm back, guys. So you get the gist, don't you? The you know, of what I've tried to bring you. Well, what I have brought you, you know, you end on end, you know, a couple of picks, already made picks from a garden centre or anywhere like that. Even, you know, even if you've got, so long as you've got some bend in it, you know, even if you've got some picks, candy cane picks or things like that, you could do it with candy canes and do some candy cane ribbons. You can do it with anything you like. So end on end, 2 zip ties, slight curve in the centre to go from the back to the front, and then a bow in the middle to cover your mechanics and to give it that pizzazz. Or you can make your own up, just lay them on the table end to end. You don't have to pick them up, you don't have to mess about, just put them on the table and do layers of what you want going in it. Couple of zip ties and you're done. Or you can do the garland, which I'm definitely, when I do this, I will bring it to you. I'm definitely going to do this one when I've got my, I'm so cheeky, you know, it's on my birthday list and I expect to get it. I'm just really cheeky. So in fact, I don't even think my partner knows because it's him that I'll be asking for, honestly. Poor partner. Anyway, so that's what I will be doing. I hope, you know, you've got something out of it. I hope you can, you'll be able to do something like this yourself. It's just another little craft, Christmas craft. And like I say, you don't have to stick at crafts. If you was doing wedding tables or you wanted some summer decoration or anything like that, you know, you don't have to stop at berries and pine. You know, you can do whatever you like. You could do it for Easter. You could do it whenever you like. It's very decorative and it's just really nice, don't you think? It's just a really nice way to that's a tail. Just a nice way to dress your lanterns. And I like that a little bit better now that that red tail's gone down the you know, the red tail down there, just because these berries aren't in your face, because they are natural looking. So we're at the end of the week, guys, and weekend is upon us. Not that anything exciting's happening, because it certainly isn't. We can't go, well, I won't, you know, it's locked down and I'm not shopping willy-nilly unless it's for essential. And I went out last night with my partner to go to Aldi. You know, it feels quite liberating when you do get out of the house. So yeah, I hope you have a really lovely weekend, and regardless of what you're doing, you know, I hope it brings smiles to your face, and I hope you're healthy and happy. And try a craft or two, you know. You could always do that, couldn't you? Or even get your tree out. Now, I don't know whether you know, I don't know whether you've noticed, but I've moved that nutcracker tree from there. I am shocking, guys. I had this on the top of my stairs. I made this myself, but you know, it's thrown together, as you can probably tell. It's branches that my mum, believe it or not, had branches in her kitchen. I said to her, "What have you got these branches for in your kitchen, Mum?" And she went, "I'm going to make something out of it." And I said, "Well, I definitely can make something." This was 2 years ago. Anyway, she gave them to me, and I've got a big joist. Is it called a joist? Because these 2 rooms are knocked into one. So the first year, I literally glued them onto that joist and had all sorts of beautiful things hanging from it on that joist on the ceiling. And then last year, because it was a pain to get it up there and stuff. And then last year I made something similar to this. However, it got bashed around in the loft, and some of those twigs and branches got broken and stuff, so it needed a redo. And my partner, when he lost his tizzy the other week, when he said he was sick of me, he dragged it out of there, you know, and I thought, oh, there's not going to be much of that left. However, you know, there was, and it was salvageable. So I salvaged it, and I really like it. So anyway, I put it on my stair as it was last year. Can you see? And and I really liked it there, you know, on my wide stair at the top. I really liked it there, and it goes with my garland in the hallway, as everything is, you know, right through now. It's all cohesive. And then I kept looking at the nutcracker tree, which I'm not happy with. I'm not happy with the actual tree. I've got a 5-foot one in the, I think it's top heavy, and the ornaments in it, you know, the hats and stuff, slightly disproportionate. So I'm not going to mess about with it again. You know, I've tweaked it and stuff, and so what I'm going to do is next year I'm going to put all those decorations on a 5-foot tree, amongst other things. But you know, for now it's going to have to do. So I thought, you know, I kept looking at it back here. I'll get to the point, and then I thought, no, I'm going to bring the stair one down and put that on the stairs. So that's where that is. And it all just looks lovely. You know, you've got the woodland tree. What I do need to do is, and I'll get my partner to do that this weekend, is to get my big wreath, you know, with the houses in and the owl, and I'm going to put it on the far wall, on that, where that settee is. And then, you know, we are definitely making headway. And then, and as you can see, I'm back at the table, because I'm going to do, I think the next thing I'm going to do when I come back is a wreath. I think I'm going to do my sister-in-law's. Oh, I hope she or nobody from that household watches this. I'm going to make a present. Gosh. But she's going to get it before Christmas anyway, because it is for Christmas. So I think that's what I'm going to do next time. I'm itching to do it. But for now, I'll be saying goodbye for now, and I'll see you all again next time. You take care, have a lovely weekend, and stay safe. Bye.